In this video, I want to test out this electronic coffee grinder and this portable espresso machine from Staresso. I want to test it out, see how it actually works, and share the pros and the cons of this product. So, let's do it. Which one do we do first? This holds the coffee grounds in it. Here's the manual. It comes with a little cleaning brush in it, a little measuring cup, and the whoa! Don't do that. The durability of this. It can withstand drops. That's good. It has like a rubber outer coating. This is also like rubber. It's definitely solid. Hopefully by the end of this we can make a good espresso shot, have some good coffee. The Discovery 2 electronic coffee grinder. This thing is heavy, dude. Crafted for quality, brewed on the go. Woohoo, I like this. Comes in a nice clean cloth bag. That way you keep it nice and secure while you're traveling with it. And the device itself feels great. Initially off the bat, just looking at these two products, they feel very nice. They don't feel chintzy or cheap. They feel like they're built out of good quality materials, and they feel very solid. But that's only half the battle. How good do they make espresso, and how good do they grind coffee? That's what we're here to find out. So I grabbed some things that I'll need to make this. I got a tamp from inside. I have my hot boiling water. I got my coffee grounds. I read through the instruction manuals, and hopefully I get this right on my first try, but we're going to see. Open the lid. I don't have this measured out exactly by the grams. I'm just going to use their cup and hope this is the right amount of coffee beans. On the bottom, I have it in between 4 and 5. That's the level I put it at, but I'll see what that does for me. Hit the power button and it does the work for me. This is pretty cool. I think it said in the directions that it will shut off automatically once it's ground all the coffee beans, so we'll see if that's true. It shows its on indicator light and the battery life. I'm at 2 bars left. I believe it said it would shut off after a certain duration. Maybe I should read up on that. Boom, we're in business. Maybe I ground it too fine, who knows? We already have this in rocket ship mode, which means it's ready to go. Let's tamp it down. This don't fit. Okay. I've seen somebody else use the top of this. We got our coffee tamped here. I'm gonna screw this back on, put this like so. Does it have a measuring line? Oh yeah, right there, baby. I think that's it. Let's give it a go. I hear you're supposed to pump it until you start to see a little bit of extraction and then wait just so the water has time to like sit in there. Ooh, there's a bee. Not the cleanest attempt on my first attempt, but I'm gonna play with some of the settings to see how we can get this to pump a little bit smoother. But that wasn't bad. That was a pretty decent experience. It wasn't that hard to push. It felt funny pushing like this. I had to get above it a little bit, but it operated pretty smoothly as far as like the mechanism worked. My first espresso shot. I'm not one to just drink straight espresso like this. I usually like to make lattes or an Americano or something like that. I usually don't like to just drink straight espresso, but this tastes pretty good. And then I might take this into the house to like try again in a more friendly environment. I'm sweating, the sun's on me. I got espresso here, bees attacking me, dude. This is pretty sweet though. That is so much better now. I don't even want to record the rest of this video now. I could just sit and enjoy my latte. Basically, what I learned is that when I initially turned on my grind setting, I turned it to 4, and I didn't realize that you're actually supposed to go past 12 and it goes all the way up to like 20 different notches, like you can keep turning it. And so I was in like super fine ground coffee. It was even more fine than how you should grind your espresso shot. So that's why it took so long to actually operate. But once I turned it to the appropriate setting, it was a lot faster and it worked a lot more efficiently. So that was just user error. Also, since my coffee was ground too finely, it also gave me trouble with this a little bit. As you can see, it kind of sputtered and it wasn't a smooth stream of espresso. And that was because the water had a hard time going through those coffee grounds, which just gave me a little more difficulty with this than it would probably normally do. Once I changed my grind setting though, this worked a lot better. And then also this was a lot easier of a process to actually produce an espresso shot. Now let's go over some of my pros and cons that I see with this unit. First of all, I love this thing. It works really well, especially if you're on the go. This is super easy to take with you, and it's nice that you can grind your coffee how you want to without using a manual hand grinder. Those get very tiring and they're just not as easy as this. Now when it comes to the portable espresso maker, this wasn't quite on par with my nice expensive machine that's on my counter actually, which I didn't expect this little device to be at that same level. So I can't knock it for that, but it still produced a good tasting espresso shot once I figured out my grind settings. This actually worked pretty decently, and this cup of coffee is pretty good. So although my espresso shot didn't come out the same way on my nice expensive machine, this is a lot cheaper option, and this is so much more condensed and small to take with you. I can't take my whole countertop espresso machine with me everywhere I go, but this I can just quickly throw in my backpack and take with me if I want to go camping, or if I'm just out of the house for the day and I want an espresso shot midday somewhere else, I can easily whip one up without having to have my whole device with me. So that's kind of cool. I'm pretty pleased with the whole mechanism and setup, and also I noticed that when I cleaned it from in between my first try to my second go at it, it was very easy to actually clean and disassemble this. It wasn't very tricky or complicated to figure out how it operated. So I was pretty pleased with just the cleaning process as well. It wasn't hard to clean it off and make another espresso shot if I wanted to. And the nice thing is you can kind of pour like a double espresso shot. That way if you want to make two separate drinks, you can. That's what this kind of is. It's like a double espresso in there. So that's nice as well. How much is this actually? So at the time of this recording, this device comes in at a total of $130 if you want the electric coffee grinder. And for the Staresso Plus portable espresso machine, this is also $130. To me, I think that's a pretty fair price. It's not really expensive like a counter device like a Breville, and it's not super cheap or flimsy like something you can just buy on Amazon. So this feels like it's made out of good quality parts, and it seems like it's decent for what it does, which is taking it on the go with you. So if that's something that you like or into, I'll put a link in the description below for you to check this out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on another one.